There's a new free software out here that will pull motivated seller leads for you absolutely for free. Just basically a Google search engine type thing where you can just ask it to do things and it'll do it for you. All you really got to know is exactly what to ask it and where to ask it. All you have to do is ask it and you will receive. What I'm going to do is actually show you how to use the software the right way in 2023 so you can get free seller leads in your email. You can actually find cash buyers absolutely for free. And most importantly, automate some of the hardest parts in wholesaling real estate so you can actually get your first, second, third, even your 10th wholesaling real estate deal. What is up guys, Zach Ginn here, and in today's video, we're really gonna break down how to use this special software that honestly, I could probably charge a $1,000 course on how to do this, but I'm giving it to you absolutely for free. But before we get into it, do me a big favor, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe. And let's get into it. So before you roll your eyes and I show you exactly what the software is, I didn't say any of the key terms of it, but you probably know what I'm talking about. Or if you don't, you're gonna know. We're actually gonna show you how to use AI, artificial intelligence, to pull these motivated seller leads for you right now. Now, there's been a big craze lately, and you've probably heard about it before, of ChatGPT. But this is an amazing software that you can use for pretty much anything. But most importantly for us in wholesaling real estate, we want to know how we can use it to get leads to us and pulled and sent to us right now. So that's what I'm going to do in today's video. Really show you a step-by-step tutorial on actually how to use the software to pull leads for you, how to sign up, all these things, and you can have the best success possible. Now, if you actually want to use the software to actually pull leads right now, just go to chat.openai.com/chat. And you'll be right into what they call ChatGPT, which is basically a Google search engine type thing where you can just ask it to do things and it'll do it for you. Now, this isn't like a completely done for you automated service where you just click a button and the leads pull to you. You're gonna have to do a little bit of work to understand how it works starting out. But once you get the ball rolling on it, it's gonna be really easy to get these leads sent to you so you can have the best success possible. With using AI here, you can just ask the ChatGPT to write you emails so you can actually pull probates, water shutoffs, tax delinquencies, liens, evictions, and so many other great lists. What you gotta understand is all you have to do is ask it and you will receive. So for example, if I wanna pull the water shutoff list, all I'm gonna do is look up my local utility department's email and then go into ChatGPT, which I'll show you later in this video, and just ask it. Create an email to the utility department asking for all open water shutoffs for the month of September, for example. And ChatGPT will write a very eloquent email asking for it. Maybe it'll say a word you don't like, let's say for investor, say, hey, can you switch investor with private citizen? And boom, it'll do it for you. All you really gotta know is exactly what to ask it and where to ask it. So if I'm gonna do the probates, I'm not gonna do the utility department, I'm gonna do the clerk of the court. Tax delinquencies, I actually might have to go to the property appraiser website, find their email and just ask the property appraiser. And then from there, I can just switch out what city or county I wanna do. And I can literally ask it to write 3,000 different emails, and in under a minute, it'll write it all for me. You can also ask it to make follow-up sequences if you didn't get the email back from the person, so you have no excuse not to actually pull this list. On top of that, when you get this data to you, I know a big problem a lot of people have is maybe you might get a PDF of all the probates, and obviously you can't copy and paste it in like an Excel or Google Sheet. That's gonna be really hard for you to organize that data. Well, ChatGPT, you can actually just paste the information in there and you can actually have them organize the data. You just gotta ask, organize this data by property address and names, and it'll put it in like a CSV format or whatever you really want to use it for. I even have people I'm helping in wholesaling real estate where they want to make motivated seller websites, and ChatGPT is actually coding it for you. Now, I don't know how to code, but they can code for you and it's actually for free. Another really good thing you can use here too, ChatGPT can actually pull a bunch of emails. I tell you to go to Facebook real estate investing groups and find cash buyers. Someone might post something like, hey, cash buyers, where are you at? And there will be like 15 cash buyers putting their email in. You can just copy it, ask ChatGPT, can you pull the emails out of this data set and just paste all the crazy data you got out of there? And it'll literally give you a list of all the emails you got there. And then from those emails, ChatGPT can actually create emails to these cash buyers explaining you're a wholesaler looking to sell your contracts to them and seeing if they're looking to buy any more properties. It's a great tool that I think you should be using right now, and it'll lead to you for great wholesaling success. And last but not least, something I think is really important for this is you can use ChatGPT for your SMS text blasting. That's right. As somebody that does SMS text blasting, probably the hardest, most annoying, stressful part of the entire thing is just creating ad copy for SMS text blast. Because you have to create the ad copy, but you got to create 50 variations of it, and it takes forever for me to figure it out. With ChatGPT, you can give it your SMS text blasting script and say, hey, make this one better, and then create 50 variations of it. Boom. You can even ask it, hey, avoid these words and include these words, and it changes the game. So enough talking about it. Let's actually go in the software and let me show you exactly how I use it and how you can use it for your wholesaling real estate success. So here we are in ChatGPT. So what I'm going to do is just ask it a simple question. Can you write an email to the clerk of the court office asking for all open code violations of Harris County for the month of March 2023, written in a professional manner, coming from a person named Zach Ginn? I put that in there, see what happens, and it literally creates a subject for me, and then it writes it perfectly right here. Now, it's in real time, it's writing it pretty fast, so not really that bad. This information may be public and I'm requesting it for research purposes. I'd appreciate it if you could provide me a list of all open code violations. And then boom, it's perfect. Now, the only thing I would avoid on this one is if there's any cost associated with obtaining this information, please let me know. We don't want to bring that up to them. Obviously, the AI is working, it's getting better. So we're going to avoid that part. But really, overall, this is a great one to use. And I asked, can you write the same email, but for Knox County in Tennessee? And it's creating literally the same one, but for Knox County, Tennessee. Pretty simple right here. And it's just changing up a little bit on it, but really not that difficult. And I don't really like the cost thing it's having on here, so I'm just gonna ask it to change it. Please remove the section where you talk about costs associated. And then boom, I just removed that part on, and then it works pretty simple, right? So it's just gonna rewrite it from here. And the next one I want to do here is just figure out how I can pull the probates. So all I'm just going to do is just create that same type of email, but create it for the probates. And boom, I just remove that. So I'm going to just write it here just to show you an example. Can you do a similar email, but for finding the probate list? Boom, put that in there, and it's going to write it one more time. And it's going to be for Knox County, Tennessee, March 2023. And hey, it's writing it pretty well, right? And it writes it faster. I mean, faster than I could possibly even do it. And it's understanding what I said about the cost, so it still removed it from there, and boom. Looks pretty good here. Even on top of this, I can write an email really quick here, like create an email to a cash buyer explaining that I'm a wholesaler looking to sell my real estate deals in a professional manner, and put it in any manner. I can say, hey, write it like Ernest Hemingway if I really want to. You get really creative with it, but just boom, search it in there and I'll show you what to do. And it's creating a pretty good email sequence on here. And I actually don't think it's bad at all. And so while it's writing that, I'm also wanting to write maybe some variations of it, or possibly even a follow-up sequence. So I'm just going to ask it, create a follow-up sequence for that email if the cash buyer doesn't answer me. And then I think I spelled that wrong. Put that in there, and then boom. So it's also going to create a follow-up sequence. And then boom, it's creating a follow-up with the subject, so I can just copy and paste it in there, put the name, and it works really well right here. And boom, all right, so it's going up here, it's giving me great information. I want to follow up with my previous email, then it writes it even more. And then really, even if you want to create new ad copy every single time, another suggestion I can do is ask it, create 4 variations of that email, and then it'll create more variations of it. So it also gives the final one there, and it'll do it for you. So we're just going to stop generating it and then ask it to create 4 variations of that email. And it's going to create 4 very quick, easy, and simple variations of that email. So right here, just created 4 variations for me. And you can see clearly here that this AI thing is here to stay in wholesaling real estate. Guys, I'm telling you, you have to be using this. And if you're not using it, you're really losing out here. For other wholesalers in your own market that's probably using this, they're going to be able to pull the government lists and the leads for you absolutely for free, and they can do it on a huge scale basis because you see how fast this thing writes. You have no excuse not to pull the government lists, the probates, tax delinquencies, water shutoffs, fire damage properties. There's no excuse at all. If you actually want to learn how to use this the right way for free, just go to my free wholesaling course, freewholesaling.com, and I'll break down exactly everything you need to know, exactly how to use AI in your wholesaling real estate business so you can make the most money possible, and of course, absolutely for free. This is Zach Ginn signing out. If you got any value from this video, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, go to freewholesaling.com, and see you guys soon. Thanks.